Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are embarking on a long journey. We are looking at the 25-year AI generated roadmap for Nifty 50, stretching from the year 2026 till 2050. Before we dive in, please note this video provides AI generated astronomical and astrological insights for entertainment and educational purposes only. Astrology is not a scientifically validated method for financial forecasting. This is not a financial advice, and you should always consult with certified professionals before making any financial decisions. You assume full responsibility for your financial choices. Okay. The process we use. AI tools at this moment do not have any specialized astrology engine built into their software. So to create this forecast, we use three-step process. First, we use large language models for pattern matching. Second, AI integration with external astronomical data from sources like NASA JPL to get exact planetary positions. And finally, AI use advanced seasoning to step through the chart logically using Vedic frameworks, yogas and nakshatras. Nifty 50 birth details. Every prediction need a starting point. The Nifty 50 launched on 22nd of April 1996, and the time captured is 10 a.m. because the markets usually start at 10 a.m. On that date. The base date is 3rd of November. The base value for the Nifty was 1000 points. And Copilot, Perplexity and Gemini, which are AI tools promoted by Microsoft, Perplexity Corporation and the Google AI. These tools are used for the predictions. So here is how the prediction looks like for the next 25 years. Contrary to the popular belief that because of the global uncertainty, the near time the market will dip. However, AI tools doesn't think so. So for the year 2026 and for the year 2027, the market looks in the upward trajectory. Again, this is what AI thinks. The real dip or the correction for the market will come sometime around 2028, and then it will be followed by subsequent years of rally. The biggest major dips or the correction in the market are assumed in the year 2028, 2034, 2041 and 2046, which is too far away in the future. But overall market trajectory for the Nifty 50 looks positive for next 25 years. These are the broad market astro economic cycles that AI thinks. In the near future, 2026 to 2028, it is high noon phase and there will be subsequent phases. This chart is mapped as per the major Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn phases which will come or occur in the next 25 years. So the phase 1, which is a Rahu phase, of course the word Rahu itself tells that there will be a bit of uncertainty and the confusion. However, it will be volatile, but the overall market trajectory will stay positive. Again, this is as per the AI prediction. In the Jupiter phase, which can be termed as a prosperity and expansion phase, and you can see after severe correction in 2034, there will be like significant uprise in the market. And the last phase, which is discipline and consolidation phase, which will be governed by Saturn from the year 2049 till the 2051. So broadly, these phases can be called as build phase, consumption phase and high-tech phase. And the way we know the world now, this seems logical because India is a developing nation and it has to go through a significant build phase first. Then uh, in the near future, in next 15 to 20 years, we will be the largest consumer base in the world. So there will be a consumption phase and then the future phases will be high-tech phases for the world, including India. So these are the yearly projections. Please note AI has considered 12% long-term nominal return for this calculation. So in real life, these predicted returns may be higher or may be lower uh, based on the actual situation. However, these are just indicative phases and the indicative returns per year based on the market phases. When it comes to the sectoral trends, as expected, currently the banking and finance uh, sector is doing very, very well in the recent year 2026, as we know uh, when this video has been recorded. However, as the years go along, you can clearly see the sectoral shift, and the high tech and space will become like a major sector, not only for India, but this you will see reflected in all the markets all over the world, that high tech, space, defense, that sector is going to be a significant major sector. Consumption and health, it has to grow. So, which is again the AI predicted pattern suggests the same thing, that health and consumption phase or the sector will grow significantly in the future. Interestingly, the infra and manufacturing for Nifty 50, which will consume a significant prominence in the initial year, will slowly become a stable sector going forward. Maybe because of the AI and advanced robotics, uh, human may not need to work on the manufacturing sector, so the input cost of the manufacturing will be lower. The output would be predictable, so the businesses in those sector will become like more or less stable. So high growth doesn't look like happening in the infra and manufacturing sector in the long run. But clearly, energy and environment, consumption and health, and high tech and space, and high tech and space does include defense, looks like the future prominent sectors in the Indian market. So this is the tabular representation of everything we have just talked. So the dominant sector shift you can see from 2026 from financial services and banking till like in the future years it will be robotics and automation. So this is a gradual shift from finance heavy market dominance to highly innovative advanced automation and robotics kind of companies uh, over the period of next 25 years. So this is the sector trend. Interestingly, this is the visual plot of major sectors for the next 25 years. The interesting line on this chart is this blue line, IT and AI, and there is huge amount of uncertainty uh, in year 2026, and then it is going to stay for the next 2 years whether the sector will survive, is AI is a major threat or any other concern. However, as you can see, this trend has gradually shifted and the IT became like a major trend. The reason is that from the standard IT services model, all the major Indian IT companies will change their business model and they will become more product centric or more higher level service provider to advanced technologies. So over the long term, it looks like clearly a positive trend and significant positive trend. So this one opportunity look like a contra opportunity to grab. So this is the sectoral trend roadmap, more elaborate given that in which year AI thinks that which sector will perform better. So here is a major market comparison in the world. I have picked compare Nifty 50 against the Nasdaq and Hang Seng Index. And the reason why Nasdaq and Hang Seng Index is picked for the visual comparison is that India most likely will become the third largest economy in the world. And the first one as of today is USA, the second biggest economy is China, and the third biggest economy will be India. Now, Nasdaq index is the better representation of the US market, and primarily it is because US economy is fueled by the technology and innovation. So rather than S&P 500, Nasdaq is the better representative index for the US market. Again, instead of using any other Chinese market indices, I think the HSI, which is the Hang Seng Index, is the better representation of China's economy because again it is fed by the innovation. So the chart of all these indices more or less looks similar. There are slight deviation that when it comes to the market correction in 2028, the Indian market looks more resilient. So for the Indian market, there won't be bear phase. It look like more of a correction as against Nasdaq. In the Nasdaq, you can see it is multi-year significant correction or the bear market, and then it will rebound back. For the Hang Seng, which is like one of the good performing index in 2026, uh, again doesn't look like a significant correction coming up very soon. At least for the next 5 years, there is a significant correction as per AI will happen in 2031. Um, and this is an outlier. Once we get to that year, probably we will know more of a reasons. Or there is another video I have posted about HSI's 25-year projection, the reasons of uh, this particular significant correction is mentioned there. So what we can understand from this major market comparison slide is that all the markets over the long term look like in the positive territory. So the world will grow in the prosperity in general, and a significant wealth will also be created if uh, the opportune time is captured properly. So if there is a significant major correction, if there is a heavy investment made, then over the period of next 4 or 5 years, there will be like significant wealth compounding effect happen for the investor. So this is just a visual chart of the Nifty key levels. Again, these key levels are calculated based on the 12% return rate. So these values will be higher or lower. However, the only key point over here is that over the long term, the trajectory for the Nifty is upwards. And over every 4 or 5 years, there will be either a good amount of correction or like significant drop as plotted on the chart. And this is just for the visual reference. If the conservative estimate of 10% per year return is captured, then by 2030, 35, 40 and 50, these are the Nifty levels. So with 10%, which is a conservative return estimate, by 2050, the Nifty level will be like 2 lakh 80,000, and it will keeps on growing based on the return, the actual return Nifty will generate. Okay, so with this, we come to a conclusion, and the key thing is that how to use this information. I suggest the best approach is to use it responsibly. No major investment decision should be made based on any predictions because all the predictions has probability of happening only 50% maximum. So rather than using the knowledge in this video as a investment advice, use this as a live experiment to test the AI model's predictive accuracy from the year 2026. So for the next 25 years, every year we will visit and check how good was the forecasting ability of the AI in the year 2026. So thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe if this channel added any value to your knowledge.